Hey everybody, welcome to the Knowledge Pool, a think tank of games and magic. I'm sorry about the scruff. My razor went out, ran out of battery, waiting for it to recharge, but I was excited to bring you some news, so let's talk about some magic. First off, in case you haven't been paying attention, they released the state of the game for Strixhaven. They brought up all the changes that they're going to do, this cool little campus challenge situation where you're going to get to pick your college and like support your school and do all kinds of contest type stuff with that. They announced that the new Arena Open is going to be sealed. We were pretty sure that was going to be the case, but they solidified it. And they also said that they're going to keep sealed open up until the Arena Open happens. Best of 3 and best of 1. So more sealed for me and more sealed for you. I'm super excited. I think it's great. I think that everything that's going on right now is really, really cool and gives us a lot of cool introspection on what's coming up next. But I do want to talk about something that people are a little worried about. I've seen some people out in the Twitter sphere and some people on podcasts and whatnot comment on it, so I figured I should weigh in on it. Wizards has decided that they are going to make best of 1 sideboard 7 cards instead of 15 cards. So the notion is when you are building your deck, you're going to be able to build a 15 card sideboard, but you choose which 7 fall under your best of 1 sideboard, your wish board, as we tend to call it in our game. Because lessons and learn from the new Strixhaven stuff is basically a tutorable thing, and since it's pulling from your sideboard, they want you to be able to choose things, but they don't want you to be able to choose 15 things. They think you'll have enough versatility with 7, so they're shortening the sideboard for best of 1 to 7 in order to facilitate this. Overall, this is a really good thing for players of best of 1, because right now with the sideboard being 15 things, current wish decks are just nuts because they can literally put 15 one-slot answers into their deck for whatever your deck is, and then just wish for the specific card that they need. It is a nightmare to play against in some cases, where your opponent just controls you out until they can wish granted for your deck's silver bullet and put it out on the field. So I'm really excited about that. I think it's good to lower their options just a little bit and kind of make it so that we can, play. But one of the things that I've been seeing going around is this idea that Wizards is doing this intentionally, not only to make the sideboard relevant in best of 1, but to potentially push best of 3 out and no longer do best of 3 and just have best of 1. And the evidence of this is the idea that best of 3 draft and sealed are never ranked. Like, you can't do ranked limited best of 3, and then the sideboard thing, and then they're like, oh well, companions were the start of this, doing something outside of the things so that you can do something game 1 that's different than just your normal deck. And so I've just been seeing people snowball a little bit, and I just kind of want to real quick talk about how businesses choose to do what they do, okay? So it's very rare for a business to actually want things to drive in a particular way and then do things to make that goal happen. That's not a very fiscally responsible way of dealing with change. What they do instead is they read the data, see what's going on, and then try to set things up so that they can monetize based off of that data. So like last year was the year of Commander. It wasn't really a thing where they were like, yep, we want people to play Commander, that's what we want as a company. It was that they saw that the data showed people were playing Commander, that everybody had a Commander deck, that it was a normal thing for people to play Commander. And then they wanted to create products that would profit off of Commander. And so not only have we seen some more push cards in standard sets that would go good in Commander decks, but we also have seen more Commander product in general, and the year of Commander was to give us an opportunity to buy product for Commander. It gave them an opportunity to monetize for Commander. I think that this best of one situation that people are seeing as a movement toward just doing best of one instead of best of three is not that. It is they see people playing best of one and they are reacting to creating things that facilitate cool best of one games in order to monetize further on best of one. If you really think about this, it makes sense. I mean, they went through a lot of trouble to program Magic Arena in order to facilitate best of three in various circumstances. Yes, a lot of the events tend to be best of one, but the program still like facilitates best of three, and it facilitates it well. The sideboard works very decently, and it's very easy to exchange in and out cards and make sure that a sideboard works properly. They didn't half-ass it. There's no reason for them to get rid of it. It's not more upkeep for them. So why would they do that? The logical answer is they're not. I don't really have anything more to say on that. I just want people to understand that, like, data influences goals, not goals influencing data. Not usually. It's not a safe business practice. So when you're thinking that Wizards is out to do something to the game that you love, chances are that's not true. They're just trying to make money off of you and attempting to do it in the way that best suits the way that you play. Finally, I want to wrap up this video with a couple of thoughts on Strixhaven now that we've seen all the cards. Actually, Adam and I were sitting around looking through the cards. We were looking at flavor text, looking at effects, kind of checking out the different things. I've looked through the article that Wizards put out, kind of doing the world building on Strixhaven. I think it's cool. I think it's really, really neat. I think that I was pretty dead on with my prediction that it's not really like Harry Potter at all, or really any magical school thing any more than normal tropes would suggest. I am not 100% certain, of course. We haven't seen the lore yet, and if the lore comes out and it changes things, then, you know, maybe it's a different story. But so far, I've been pretty impressed with it. I do have a video I want to talk about when it comes to language and how it develops things and how that involves Strixhaven text, but that's going to be saved for another video. Anyway, guys, thanks for watching. I appreciate you checking in with me. I appreciate you listening to me ramble here for a minute. Be sure to like everything. Make sure that you leave a comment telling me about what you want to see and what you think of the state of the game. And as usual, I'll be around. I'm Dish, and everybody out of the pool.